What's up, everybody? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome to a new series on the channel. This is called Does It Play? So what we're going to do is, each episode we're going to pick a game. Sometimes it'll be on the table, sometimes it'll be on the computer, and we will talk about it. We'll go through a couple of turns of the game, or on the computer we'll do a couple minutes of the game, and then we will talk about it after saying, does it play? So the first game we're going to do for our opening series is First Contact Your Town by Play Now. This game has a interesting history. It was one of the first titles in 1999 under Play. It went off the shelf at one point. It came back in 2019 as part of a 20th anniversary, where they did some special editions for second season football and Face to the Mat, and then they brought back First Contact Your Town, which is when I got it. And then recently, during the holiday sale 2022, they brought it back in a different format, same game but in a different box and stuff. And I know that right now it's not on the website, but it probably at some point is going to come back. I know Keith has a couple copies right now, so I would not be shocked to see this come back. So let's talk about what it is. On the cover, it says, like playing through your favorite B movie. So you think back, have you ever been to the Sci-Fi Dine-In at the Disney Hollywood Studios? Now that's basically a restaurant that's a movie theater, and you sit in the tables look like cars, and you watch this giant screen of all 50s B movie, trailers, and you see all these, how, absolutely cheesy these things were, and it's just wonderful. But that's basically what this game, kind of entails. You're this 1950s small town, and aliens have infiltrated, and you're human, but you have to now go around through the town and figure out who's human and who's not. You might see multiple of the same person. You might see a carbon copy of yourself. So you have to be able to find out who's human, find out who's alien, get rid of the aliens, while forming a posse of your humans. And it's all going to culminate in like a epic battle at the end, usually at some location in the city. So what happens is you start off with these characters. There's all sorts of, I got the other next here, all sorts of doctor, plumber, mailman, all sorts of people, elderly woman, gas station attendant that you would see in a town. And on the back side of each card, there's an alien or a blank. So alien obviously is an alien, and the blank card means they're a human. So what you do is, when you start the game, you draw out 25. Now just make sure that in the 25 there's at least some location. And in my case, there was 3 put out, because that's where, if an alien survives their encounter with you, they're going to run to those locations. So then, once you're done putting the 25 out, you pick your card. So basically, when you're putting it down, you put the cards down, face down, so you don't obviously see this. And then when you're going to pick your character after, flip the deck, and then take the first available human. There you go. I'm not going to show that card just because they might be on here, and that would be cheating. So you put your marker on 12 o'clock. You have this waiting area board with a clock, and once that clock reaches 12 again, you are done for the day. And the object is to get every alien that is on the board out of here, in the town board, before 12 o'clock. If you can do that, you win. if there's at least one alien still there, or if you die, or if there's nobody left in the posse, then they win. Uh, so there's how you interact with these aliens and humans is on these cards here. So you have a bunch of choices. Once I pick who I'm going to take on or talk to, confront, you then have to decide: are you going to confront them friendly? Are you going to confront them cautiously? Or are you going to confront them hostile? And so if you know that this person you're going to is an alien, you go hostile. If you know that they're a human, you go friendly. If you don't know at all, it's best to stay cautious. So that's how you want to go through. So we're going to just go through a round, or probably a few rounds, and show you how it's done. So I drew this already. This was a random draw. So I ended up picking the farmer. Now the farmer has good stuff. This is a strong card, because the farmer has strength for those hostile battles, and the farmer even has good credibility for the friendly and the cautious battles. So that card's really good. That was actually a nice draw for me. And so your first thing you should do is look for, is your character on the board, which our character is. So we know that this is an alien. So your first move on the first thing should be to go after your own card, and you're going to go. So I'm going to go after the farmer, and I'm going to go hostile. So it's hostile confrontation versus an alien. It's strength A versus strength A. So it's we roll our 2 die. Which, by the way, can we give a shout out for the glow in the dark dice? I mean, just adds to the theme. So every time, basically, you're in a hostile confrontation with an alien, you're going to be going up against your strength versus their strength, which will be the same, and you're going to roll for a 3 to an 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 will get you the win. So I roll an 11. Ugh. A live TV. I cannot roll a good roll. So basically what happens is we did not win that confrontation. So the alien is going to run away. And they're going to run to the closest place where, they can go. So there's actually 2 closest to them, but they're going to move north to the church. So we have an alien now hiding in the church. Okay, so we know our character is, we're going to move the time clock. We know our character is now on the board. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go to any doubles. And we actually have some doubles here. The waitress, the housewife, not the little girl, the housewife, the ex-convict. And we're going to decide who we're going to go for next. So I think we will go for the ex-convict over here. Now, but we're going to go cautious, because we don't know if this is an alien or not. So we click, and it's the human. So we're going to have a cautious talk. Now the good thing is, the ex-convict is very strong, but he's not credible. So in cautious versus human, it's a battle of credibility, and our credibility is much higher. So B to an F, we got to roll a 5 to 11. So we're going to roll, and we rolled a 9. Okay, so the ex-convict is joining us. So we're going to move our time clock. We're going to put the ex-convict in the waiting area, and we're going to go again. So now, when you have a posse, you have 2 options. You can either, again, have them, you can choose to have them go after somebody, try to increase or attack aliens, or you can have them guard the, like the grocery store or the bank. I could send the ex-convict to the grocery store or the bank to guard this thing, so if an alien tries to run, you can stop them from going into the building. The only thing is, now it's going to be the alien attacking the human in that battle. But right now we don't have enough people to really have guards or anything like that. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to have the farmer hostile confrontation with the ex-convict. It doesn't really matter. Both are A's, and you're going up against an A. But we know this ex-convict is an alien. So we're going to roll that A versus A, which is 3 to 8. And I roll a 12. Oh, I am not doing well when it comes to that. Now the ex-convict is going to go to the closest place, which is the church. So now we have a battle looming at the church with two very strong aliens. So the farmer went. So the ex-convict's going to go, and the ex-convict's going to, again, go after someone who is here on multiple things. So we're going to go to this waitress. And this waitress is an alien. So it's a cautious battle versus an alien. So a cautious versus an alien. Where it's strength, so it's A versus an F. So 3 to 8. And I rolled a 9. Oh. So you can see how this starts to form. So now we move another turn on the clock. This is not a favorable run so far. But we'll do one more turn, and then we'll talk about the ending. So it's 3 o'clock. We've got the farmer and the ex-convict. We know that this waitress here is a human. So we'll go friendly confrontation with the human. Okay. And it's B versus C, the farmer. So 5 to 11. And we roll the 10. So the waitress comes on. Now she does not join us in this turn, but she has joined our group. So the ex-convict is going to, then let's just say the ex-convict is going to go cautious against the drifter. The drifter turns out to be an alien. So it's A versus a D, which is 6 to a 10. And we roll a 7. So this drifter alien is gone. So the alien goes to the morgue. So there we go. We got our first alien onto the morgue. We would then move the clock, and now we have 3 to go through. And we keep doing that until all of these characters are either joined us, or the aliens are in the morgue, or hiding. And then what ends up happening is you have that final battle where you have to essentially take your posse, go to these buildings that have aliens, and then go into the confrontation in buildings where humans attack. And depending on how that happens, you're either going to have humans left and no aliens around, or you're going to have aliens still here, no humans left, and that's how it's going to end. So it's generally, I like it because, or actually I'll talk about that in a second. There's a cool scoring option that Keith has put, where you add up the total number of humans to aliens, and then you go to the town morgue, and then you add up the aliens versus humans, and then you adjust your score based off of the character you have. Now, actually, in this case, so remember I said this character was very strong, but in the scoring sheet, actually, in the score sheet, this character is not good because, he's very strong. He should easily break through this, if I had someone like, if I ended up with the little girl who's an FD, she would get a head start in the scoring versus the farmer who's actually going to start you in negative. So it's a very interesting little score. It just adds to the replayability because, you've got different things, but now you have a scoring option too. Alright, so let's talk about this game. Does it play? Yes, it 100% plays. I absolutely love this game. And it's funny because when I got the game, I didn't play it right away. I got it to be, to be honest, I got it to be, because I support play games and I, was being nice. I finally, at some point in 2020, got down to play it, and I was just like, okay, this is fun. And then it sat on the shelves again. Then I picked it up again and played it again, and I was like, oh, I like this. And then I played it a third time, and then I think that's when I just really got the game. Like when I really, I mean, it's a very easy game to learn how to play, but like once you get the whole story aspect of the game, as far as you know, the humans, like when you can picture it in your head that this game is like a movie, it really gets so much better. Like when, with the first act of, you going for each person and trying to convince them. If you can see it in your head, like, oh, I'm running to the barber shop and I'm trying to convince him, but he turns out to be an alien. Oh, and so a battle happens. So once you can picture this in your head as like a movie, this game gets so much better. And that was what happened to me. Once I could see it, I fell in love with this game. I think it's just fun. There's good strategy, but luck, as you've seen by my terrible rolling, there's luck involved, and that changes the game too. Because you could, you could think, I know, I got this strategy, I got this, I know how to do it, but yeah, well, something's going to happen, and you're not going to be able to, you now have to change your stuff a bit. So, it's just a really good game. So, does this game play? Absolutely. If you have a chance to get it, I would definitely recommend it. Like I said, I would always, if you are interested, I would send a message to Keith. Like I said, I know he has a couple copies, but if he doesn't have any copies, he'll let you know. He'll keep you in mind. He'll let you know when if it's gonna come back for like a sale or something, because he keeps tabs on that, and they're very good about that over at Play. So if you have the opportunity, if you have the game and you haven't really played it, feel free to talk to me about it, because it is, I really enjoy it, and I would gladly help out. But yeah, if you don't have it, yeah, I'd keep an eye out. Either keep an eye out on the website, watch Keith's videos where he talks about what's upcoming, or just send him a message, because, he'll at least let you know. So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought, and we'll go further. Probably, kind of alternate between a computer game and a video or a board game, unless, like, we know that, there's going to be some upcoming board games that are coming out. We'll probably do those, like, when they come out. But other than that, I think we're set for this episode, so please feel free to join us again. I hope you're all doing well, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.